Hey friends, this is Grace. I wanted to make a quick video about sensor cleaning. A lot of people that I know, other videographers, photographers, filmmakers, get really sensitive about their sensors. And this will be my first time cleaning my sensor with this particular kit. I just got this on B&H, Sensor Swab Ultra and the Aero Clips. And the purpose of this video is I'm going to show you guys how easy it is to clean your own sensors, to demystify this idea that you need to get your equipment professionally cleaned. People on the other end of these shops, they know what they're doing, and if you really don't want to learn how to clean your own gear, then feel free to skip this. But there is a human on the other side of that, and I just really want to empower people to know more about their equipment and show you how easy it can be to go ahead and clean that sensor, which needs to be done, you know, sometimes more often if you do adventure and sort of work in the elements. Otherwise, if you primarily work in a studio environment, probably less often. So yeah, like I said, I'm using the Sensor Swab Ultra. This is the Type 3, which is the size of 24 millimeters. It's a full frame sensor cleaner swab. It looks just like this. There's other sizes. There's Type 1 and 2, micro 3/4, and I think some other size, 20 millimeter. But we're going to be working on the Sony A7R3, and this camera is a full frame camera. The solution is this one called Aero Clips. There's another one called E-Clips. This one allegedly is better for cleaning in the field. It's got a little bit more alcohol in it, so I think it just dries faster. Look, the instructions and the directions are printed right on the bottle. So what I'm literally going to do is I'm going to read this, and to the best of my ability, I'm going to perform a sensor cleaning, okay? And it's going to be okay. So the directions read: dispense several drops onto new Sensor Swab Ultra. With one side of the swab, firmly drag it across the sensor. Repeat in opposite direction using the clean side of swab. Discard swab. Repeat if necessary with new swab. See www.photosol.com for more detailed information. Use with adequate ventilation. Avoid skin and eye contact. Keep out of the reach of children. Okay, so that seems pretty simple, right? Now, the kit comes with 24 of them, so if we do have to redo it for any reason, then we can. And there's an important step that I would add to this, by the way, and that's using this, what do you call them? You know, this thing. Just so that we blow any large bits of dust off of the sensor before we press as firmly as possible onto the sensor with the swab. Okay? And now I guess you get to watch me do this. So you're looking at my sensor right now. It actually looks relatively clean. I did clean it recently, not with this kit. I sort of did it, you know, with a just a normal microfiber cloth, a clean one, and as dust-free as possible. Because I did notice some smudges when I was in the desert on a recent trip. So we're going to just go ahead and clean it one more time, just to be totally sure. But yeah, just wanted to show you the status of the sensor there and what it's looking like. To cannon the dust out of there, I hold it upside down. And yeah, I just sort of blast it upwards into there, letting everything just fall out. I've opened up our Aero Clips. Now it says, with one side of the swab, firmly drag it across the sensor. Repeat in opposite direction using the clean side. This is the pretty swab, right? And it says, dispense several drops onto the new Sensor Swab Ultra. Not the sensor itself, onto the swab. I'm actually going to put a couple drops along the edge of it there. And then the motion, as I'm understanding it, is to use one side, press down, swab, and then I'm going to rotate it so that we're using the other side now and return the motion that way. And just to show you, this is the precise size of the sensor. This is why it's important to get the correct size, because you can go, I'm going to put a couple drops on the edge there and go 1, and then turn it around, not like this, but, and then go 2 to dry it. It's like wet, dry, sort of. And that's precisely what you're going to see me do right here, right now. It came out pretty quickly. I didn't even have to like squeeze the bottle at all. So just be mindful of that. If you get this one, you don't have to squeeze it. It was like already falling off on my fingertips. It's a good thing I moved the camera out of the way. Okay, that's one. Now we go the other way. Okay, that should be it. And now we're gonna let's take a closer look into the light. Yeah, to me it looks really fresh. Ooh, yeah. Okay, yeah, and for me that worked. So here's the thing. I read a lot of reviews online about this system that it leaves a lot of streaks, and I'm like, they're probably using too much or something. And so I just want to show you that, look, there's no streaks, nothing. And it was literally the simplest thing you could possibly do. Takes just a few moments. Make sure you're using this dust blaster, because you don't want to be pressing, especially if you work in sandy environments, you don't want to be blasting or like pressing anything gross into the sensor. So I'm going to set that aside. I want to just take a look at my lens. It's looking pretty good here, but since I do have this swab, I'm just going to clean my lens a little bit. And that is fine and dandy. Okay, and then I'll pop it back on. All right, and these are one-time use, so I'm not going to preserve this at all. I'm just gonna throw it out. I got 11 more here, so a couple of them I'll keep in my backpack. The solution I'll always keep on me as well. Highly recommend. Okay, happy cleaning.